Man, Super Bowl 57 did not disappoint. Man, that was a great game. We had fireworks. We had offenses just doing their thing. Coaching, quarterbacks, commercials, Rihanna. I mean, we had it all. We had it all. Oh, man. Apparently it was 113 million viewers that tuned into this game. I think they said it was the third biggest viewership, I guess, for the Super Bowl ever. And this was, me personally, one of the best games that I've seen in the Super Bowl because it was excitement from start to finish. Excitement. So, just really quick, I guess shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for getting it done. Ended up winning 38-35 in a thriller and a nail biter that had all sorts of peaks in this game, all sorts of storylines, all sorts of just activity just happening within this ball game. Yeah, so from the opening drive, Eagles getting the ball, they come marching downfield. Jalen Hurts scores the opening touchdown. Apparently, this is the first Super Bowl since Devin Hester to have the opening drive touchdown. And Devin Hester was the opening kickoff. So that goes to show that normally whoever gets the ball first normally does not score a touchdown on the first drive. But no, the Eagles came out looking good. And then Kansas City gets the ball right back. And Mahomes was like, you know what? I see you, Jalen Hurts. I'm going to match it right here with a Travis Kelce 18-yard touchdown strike. So we 7-7 right at that point. I want to say Chiefs ended up getting the ball back. And Harrison Butker missed a field goal. Second quarter, A.J. Brown, 45-yard bomb, touchdown. And then at that point in the second quarter, momentum started to shift for sure. Chiefs get the ball. They ended up the drive stalls out. Philly gets the ball back again. It's still 14-7 Philly. Jalen Hurts fumbles. Nick Bolton picks it up, scoops it up. 36-yard recovery for a touchdown. And at that point, it's like, okay, maybe the Chiefs do have a chance, right? It's 14-14. It kind of like slowed down whatever momentum that the Eagles had. So, maybe Chiefs can get back into this game because Eagles defense is playing well at this point. Eagles offense playing well at this point. It's all like, okay. And then, Eagles come right back down. Jalen Hurts once again, 4-yard run for a touchdown. So it's 21-14. Chiefs drive stalls, and then Philly ends up getting the ball back, kicks a field goal as time expired to make it 24-14. But within all of this, Patrick Mahomes tweaked that ankle. Within the last 2 minutes of the first half. And when I'm sitting here like, uh-oh. I think a lot of Americans holding their breath. Saw that man get up and just limp around and just grimacing and all sorts of stuff. I'm thinking that there's no way that he can finish this game, or there's no way that he will have the same impact because of that ankle. It's a high ankle sprain. Typically takes 4 to 6 weeks for it to be healed. This is only the third week. So he's nowhere near 100%. And I'm sitting here telling my friends, like, look, if Mahomes can't go or nowhere near where he needs to be, I might turn this game off. Because the way the Eagles are playing, like, they were playing lights out. Kansas City had no answer. No answer for that offense of Philadelphia. None. Maybe, sprinkle a little bit here and there on some plays, but relatively speaking, they couldn't stop them. They couldn't. They could do no such thing to that Eagles offense or Jalen Hurts or whomever. And the Eagles defense was playing lights out. So, yeah. So, at that point, I'm just like hoping that Kansas City could do something. Hoping Mahomes can do something. As I'm halfway sitting here watching Rihanna doing a halftime performance, right? And, well, half my friends were upset. The other half were happy with it. I don't know. To me, it's like no matter who performs, no matter what anybody does, there's just going to be somebody that's just not going to be happy with it. That's just what it is. There's never a point you're going to have 100% people in agreement on a Super Bowl performance, halftime performance with any artist. You just not. So it is what it is. Yeah, so second half, apparently the philosophy change for the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to give Isaiah Pacheco the ball. That's the focal point of this drive. And, I mean, it worked out. Chiefs came down, scored the touchdown. I'm like, okay, they got a chance. Had the drive stalled, and Philly got the ball and scored, it would have been a wrap. But Chiefs made it happen. So 21-14 at that point. Eventually, Philly, kicks a field goal towards the end of the third quarter. So it's 21-27. And at this point, things change. Things definitely change. So Kansas City comes down. Kadarius Toney, he ends up scoring a 5-yard touchdown from Mahomes. And this is the first time the Chiefs had the lead all game, 28-27. And then I believe right after the Chiefs actually shut down the Eagles like 3-and-out. They actually went 3-and-out, and that was the second punt of the game for the Eagles. Kadarius Toney happened with the punt return. Was running left, switched position, changed fields, started heading right. There was a wall. Basically returned the punt to the 5-yard line to where Sky Moore ended up scoring a touchdown. So it's 35-27 Kansas City with 9:22 left in the game. It was 24-14 at halftime. So now it's 35-27 Kansas City. And, of course, Jalen Hurts been balling all game. He threw for over 300 yards in this game. Ran for 70 himself. And runs for a third touchdown. So anybody who had parlays, who Jalen Hurts multiple scoring touchdowns, yeah, you got paid. You definitely got paid. Third rushing touchdown of the game and a 2-point conversion. So now we're tied with about 5 minutes left in the game. Kansas City has the ball, drives downfield. Mahomes did that scramble. When it's like third down, like 3rd and 11 or something, he scrambles. And the red zone is under 2 minutes left. And then you get third down. And, of course, the controversial call on Philly's corner there. I can't think of his name. Granberry, I believe. On Juju Smith-Schuster, the defensive hold to where. I get both point of view here. So people are saying that you do not make that call at the end of the game. You let it play out. Including Greg Olsen, who was the color commentary for the Super Bowl. He was saying that, yeah, it might have been, but I would just love to see it played out, especially in that moment. But, according to the letter of the law, I mean, technically it is a defensive hold. And the guy after the game admitted he had held him. So it's like, do you not call it just because it's the end of the game when it is actually the right call? Because the amazing aspect of this game, the shootout, the back and forth, I guess it kind of got deflated when this call happened. Because at that point, Chiefs was able to run down the clock to about 8 seconds and kick the game-winning field goal. when if there was a no call, Chiefs would probably kick the field goal, and Philly would probably have like a minute 30 left in the game to either, tie the game or win it. And of course, as a sports fan, you want to see it, but it's two-sided, man. Because had the ref not call it, had the Eagles won the game, and they go back to that play, of course, Kansas City fans gonna be upset. And then the referees in the NFL has been scrutinized all year, so they've been like, oh, another missed call. Another missed call. And for what it's worth, the game looked clean. As from a penalty standpoint, it wasn't too many penalties in this game at all. And I think that's what had made it, really fun to watch. Maybe it was 5 penalties in the whole game. I'm just guessing at this point, but it did not feel like that many penalties in this game whatsoever. So yeah, for that penalty to happen, I mean, it was a buzzkill, but I mean, from the letter of the law, it was the correct call. So that's one of those it is what it is type deals. But nevertheless, Kansas City gets it done. I think that's their second Super Bowl in 4 years there. That's Mahomes' second Super Bowl ring with Andy Reid. And just, think about the season that Patrick Mahomes has had, to where he lost Tyreek Hill in the offseason because they didn't want to pay him. They replaced Tyreek Hill with a bunch of different wide receivers to try to, make up for his production from Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. You drafted Sky Moore. You drafted Isaiah Pacheco. Jerry McKinnon came back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire at one point in time was doing his thing. You just basically had, a group effort here to try to make up for Tyreek Hill's loss. And for the Chiefs to, finish the regular season at 14-3, get the 1 seed. Mahomes and the Chiefs offense actually plays better this year. Mahomes actually looks like a better quarterback overall this year. Like, he progressed without Tyreek Hill. For him to win MVP, for him to have a bum ankle in all the playoff games, because it started back against the Jags in the first quarter, I believe, which changed the trajectory of that game. Because the way that game was going, Kansas City was about to blow them out until that happened. And for Mahomes to be down 10 once again in the Super Bowl and to win, that is phenomenal. The word I was using was guts. Another person said heart. Another person said miraculous. So whatever adjective you want to use for Patrick Mahomes, for him to get the job done on the biggest stage with the brightest lights, like this season right here, it's one of the greatest seasons ever. It is. Can't deny it. So definitely, congratulations and shout out to Patrick Mahomes for getting the job done. Super Bowl 57. Man, and at this point, where do you put Patrick Mahomes in the conversation? He's only 27 years old. Been to 3 Super Bowls. Won 2 of them now. I mean, if we looking at the active quarterbacks, I mean, he got more rings than Aaron Rodgers. And we viewed Aaron Rodgers as definitely one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever play this game. But Aaron Rodgers as great as he has been in his career, only has one Super Bowl. And he's only been to one Super Bowl. He's been in the NFC Championship game plenty of times. But either ran into the 49ers or the Falcons at that point. But Mahomes, he's entered a new level here. So early. His trajectory right now is on the pace of Joe Montana. Or dare I even say the recently retired Tom Brady. I know it's going to be a team effort for him and the Chiefs to actually get anywhere near Tom Brady or to even surpass Joe Montana. But he's having a really good start to the career to give himself a chance to pull that off. Definitely does. So yeah, shout out to him. As far as the Eagles, as far as Jalen Hurts, the owner, already came out and said before the Super Bowl he has nothing else to prove as far as the contract extension. He's gonna get his money. Now, if he would have won, it probably would have been, a little extra on top of it. But nevertheless, I think his performance alone in the Super Bowl, it deserves top dollar. And it's just remarkable what the Eagles have done to even get back in this position. Remember, 5 years ago, they went to the Super Bowl. Completely different team for the most part. You got a couple people that's back from it, that's still there. But nevertheless, this is Jalen Hurts. This was Jalen Hurts' third year. First year, he sat behind Carson Wentz until like the second half of the season. And they threw him out there just to see what he can do. And, last year, he was able to take him to the playoffs and, get the playoff experience. This past all season, they added A.J. Brown. And every time that A.J. Brown makes a play, the Titans look more stupid. Or stupider. Whatever word you want, whatever phrase or word you want to use. I'm just sitting here scratching my head every time. They gave the man away because they didn't want to pay him. And look what the Titans are at now. And look where the Eagles just came from. So yeah, the Eagles, they had the right formula and the right recipe to show teams how to turn things around expeditiously if everything is done correctly. And they did everything correctly to even be at the point to where they were up 10 points in the Super Bowl. They had the lead. They had the momentum. And should have had a ring in a lot of people's eyes. So yeah, Philly definitely, deserves a lot of credit here for getting to where they got to. So yeah, that's all she wrote, people. The NFL season is done. We won't see, another NFL game until August. You got the XFL coming. You got the USFL coming. That's all fine and dandy. It's better than nothing, I suppose, but it's not the same. But to my Bears fans, we're going to rise up from the ashes here. The off season is here. The Chicago Bears, my team, my Chicago Bears, control the off season. We have the most money to spend in free agency when March comes around. We have the number one draft pick in April when the draft comes around. Therefore, we run the off season. The future Kings of the North run this off season. So get excited. Be prepared. I've been waiting for this moment ever since that we found out that we had the number one pick. So yes, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this offseason. Once again, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. But Chicago, this is our time to shine. So, with that being said, continue to rock with your boy right here on the No Offense Radio, No Offense Network. Check me out at JGoodWithSports. We talking about Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Hey, Thursday we get more into it. We getting, days and days closer to the All-Star weekend. So, but until then, you all, let's get back to the money. Continue to be safe. Happy Valentine's Day. And let's keep it pushing. Until next time, peace.